we're going to start with the economy because just a few moments ago, technically 34 minutes ago, the consumer price index came out, and it's about what people expected, maybe a little bit lowered, 2.7 annually for July, less than expected amidst the tariff worries. Now, I think one of the biggest questions in America, and I could say American politics, but it's really in America. We've talked about it here. We're in back to school time. Then we got Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas. What's up with prices? And the data on that is mixed. Here is what my friend Chris Allison, who lives in Pittsburgh and knows a lot about economics, here's what he sent me this morning. We ate supper at our favorite family restaurant last night. It boasts a scratch kitchen. The owner said that he is getting killed by food prices. It's usually jammed. And he says he is now losing money on a monthly basis. He can't be the only one. This is about to become a thing. So I hear mixed from big businesses, from Fortune 500 companies, small people small business owners I talk to. Some say what Chris is saying, which is it's already a problem and people feel it's getting worse. And some people dissent from that point of view and say the tariff situation is being managed expertly. Sean, is inflation a demon that's about to bite the head off of the Trump administration, or is it safely under control?
I don't know that I would say it's safely under control, but I don't think it's not transitory as we were told under the Biden administration. Um, Look, it obviously is something you have to watch and monitor, but so far, I think we're in a good place. And the bottom line is, I find it rich that for 4 years, we were gaslit about the issue of inflation. And suddenly now, once again, the experts, I mean, frankly, let's be blunt, the experts suck. They said today, and even in Playbook and all these non-expert people, we expect a report that will show month after month. They claim that we expect a report that says everything sucks, and it doesn't. And then they explain why, well, it's just going to be another month until it sucks. So I just have gotten tired of this. I feel like people are rooting for the economy to tank because they don't like Trump's policies. The bottom line is, I think things are in a pretty good place. We're not just in the short term, but obviously we will get a much better long-term situation. So, uh, you know, I think we keep rooting for a strong economy. I feel like we're heading in the right direction. These deals are good and will benefit us even more in the long run.
Dan?
I'm wondering if Sean's suddenly on Team Joe Biden, because boy, did he sound like the Biden team in 2023 and 2024. I mean, this is the whole look. I don't disagree with what Sean said, to be serious for a second. Statistically, inflation is close to the 2%. It's just been kind of sticky for the last like 2.5 years. They just can't quite get it down to 2%. The problem for the Trump team is the same problem for the Biden team, which is that Americans don't feel that inflation is under control. And Sean, you talk about this all the time, the gut. There hasn't been a survey since Trump came into office, and there wasn't a survey in 2024, where about 60 to 70% of voters said inflation was a concern to them. So for whatever reason, Americans are just not getting off this. Now, look, the price of eggs and gas is down. The price of beef is through the roof. So if you're having a barbecue, you're like, WTF, right? That's higher. And I get it. Prices go up and prices go down. The problem for Trump is voters keep saying, we don't like what's happening. You got to try to.
I just don't. But to your point, Dan, I noticed this. Like I will shop around for gas just because I'm cheap by nature, and it was $2.93 the other day. It's down a few pennies, right? So I was kind of like, cool, good day to fill up. The eggs, stuff, the staples that you buy. I get it. If you love a good steak, and I do, you see it, and you might go from prime to choice or something like that. But the bottom line is, I'm in the market enough where I go and pick up stuff. I don't think, to your point, in Biden, eggs, things that you would actually buy, a gallon of milk, you go, holy smokes, it's sticker shock. You're not getting that right now. I mean, there might be some stuff that is affected by this, clearly, like beef or whatever but to your point, that's not stuff that everyone's buying every week in truckloads.
I will say, and this is true during COVID too, and I don't know enough about the restaurant business to have a strong point of view here. Restaurants owners seem to be particularly stressed as compared to consumers. And I don't know if that's because they don't want to pass on the increases and want to reprint the menus, whatever it is. But restaurant owners, I don't know if they are the canary in the coal mine, or they're kind of an aberration. I will say this. We all know there's a truism that's actually true. Presidents get too much credit when the economy does well, too much blame when it goes poorly. But there are clearly things the federal government can and does do that could affect inflation. We saw the Biden policies, even Larry Summers and others concede the Biden policies contributed somewhat to inflation. There were other factors. Here's a premise. Dan, you first. I just don't think Donald Trump and Scott Bessent are going to let the economy be bad, if to the extent they can control it between now and the midterms. And so if we get to Halloween and Thanksgiving and things are bad, I think they're gonna try to fix it. I don't know exactly what they'll do, but they're not just going to sit back and lose the House because inflation is a problem. What do you think of that premise?
I 100% agree. I give Trump great credit that he is always on the front foot about the economy. So I agree with you. Whereas Joe Biden was just like, we pass policies, go sell it harder. Trump will try to change the subject. He'll put something new on the table. He'll blame somebody. He'll do something. So I agree with you, Mark.
Sean.
Agreed.
Okay.
Want more great clips like that? I've got an idea. Hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss a clip, and you can always watch our full episodes, join them live, go to twoway.tv.